think of painting as a high wire act. You can fall flat on your face at any moment. And so it does demand a measure of courage. Not the running into a burning house to save someone kind of courage, but things can go badly in painting, and they do quite frequently, no matter how long you've been at it. And so the act of opening your door and letting your art into the world is to make yourself vulnerable in a way that's not at all easy and very frequently uncomfortable. Because even when you feel you've done your very best work, the moment you allow the world outside your space to see that work, in a sense, it no longer belongs to you, and you don't get to control the conversation that happens around it. So if you think of a landscape painting as being about a place, or someone's portrait as being about a person, I tend to think of still life paintings as being about time, really, because whatever the painter chooses to put into the piece, if it's a modern object, that's going to tell you something about the time during which the painting was done. If it's an antique object, again, that says something to the viewer about time. And so it's that storytelling aspect of still life that inspires most of my paintings, really. That ability it has to tell us about the time that we live in. Sometimes with a bit of nostalgia, sometimes a little bit of humor, but almost always with that sensibility of, here's a bit of what it's like to be human, and isn't it terrible and isn't it wonderful? And the kicker is that you can change where you are, or to a certain extent you can even change how you are, but there's absolutely nothing you can do about when you are. And so we're kind of trapped by time. And what I hear from people sometimes is that something in one of my paintings triggered a memory. And that to me is really the magic of this art form. It's about exploring those memories. Because that's where the real power of the still life is, that ability it has to tap into those shared experiences and to say something about them. I think a lot of painters are looking for something, pushing paint around, hoping that it appears at the end of their paintbrush. Some sense of understanding of where you fit in, some sense of connection, whether it's a connection to the land or to people or to time. Just that sense of belonging. And so painting is, it's a bit like a crowbar, I guess, that you can use to pry the lid off and see what's inside yourself. If you want to know who you are, they say pick up a paintbrush, and in my experience, certainly that's been true.